everybody. Good to see you again. So let's talk about the opposition between the Moon and Neptune in Synastry. So all aspects between the Moon and Neptune are going to bring out some kind of expectation. And it can often be, on the Moon person's part, that their idea of comfort or home or what they've been looking for when it comes to security or safety or settling down, that they've been able to find that in the Neptune person. And Neptune is where we project a lot of our ideals more pervasively. It's not so specific as the Moon. We'll project a lot of our romantic ideals and personal illusions onto the world and onto others. So when these two get together in hard aspects in Synastry, or Venus and Neptune, or the Sun and Neptune get together, I'd say, when the inner planets get together with Neptune in a difficult aspect, we have the potential for mistaking each other, for seeing in each other what we'd like to see, but isn't necessarily what's actually there. The romanticism and the idealism that can come from Neptune in aspect to inner planets is sometimes very sweet and helpful, and sometimes it's very toxic and heartbreaking. So when we're looking at the opposition between the Moon and Neptune, it's something that can bring out some desperate hope that the other person is going to be everything that we have been looking for. When it comes to the Moon person's ideas of domestic life, often marriage, gender roles, intimacy, what seems natural and intuitive and familiar to us. So with the opposition, we feel that there's a very easy and effortless of falling in with each other. This doesn't necessarily tell us, are there other compatibilities that are happening between the two of us. The opposition shows that the Moon person is very unconsciously drawn to establish some kind of meaningful emotional connection with the Neptune person. And the Neptune person seems to give off this feeling of need, of searching. Neptune is where we are searching and longing, and often feel empty. So the Moon person has this sense of being connected to that, connected to this need in the Neptune person. And the Moon wants to provide. The Moon is that maternal instinct within us. So we can fall into this very unconscious pattern of providing a lot of the safety, the human contact, oftentimes being a ground in a sense that our family background, where we come from, that can be something that the Neptune person could find actually to be very stabilizing in their life. So in some ways, for some people, this opposition can be very good It can show that the floating quality of the Neptune person has kind of found a home or a ground in how the Moon person does family or home or tradition. For other people, if we don't have actual compatibility between us, this can be something that just really provides grounds for other fantastical ideas or ideals or romantic fantasies to flourish within the relationship, which isn't going to help us actually know each other. So it's very, very easy to fall in to feeling like we have a very personal connection with this opposition. And for some people, it can really lend itself to a healthy relationship. But for other people, it will contribute to a feeling of having found something that's too good to be true. And then we'll often find out that it was actually too good to be true. So when we see this, we want to look at the natal charts and see, do we have Neptunian things going on with the inner planets, especially hard aspects from Neptune to Moon, Moon in the 12th perhaps, planets in the sign of Pisces. That can set us up for more of that Neptunian search, either on the part of the Moon or the Neptune person. It's one that we want to look at in view of everything that's going on in the relationship and what are the motivating factors in the natal chart. If we are on that Neptunian search for something that is fantastic and often too good to be true, where we are more in love with fantasy than reality, then we may see some of the negative outcomes come with this opposition. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, please find me on Patreon. I am uploading some fun content over there, and we'll be doing regular lives when we get enough people to make it interesting. I also will be starting my new farm and garden blog, which is not going to be available to the public. It's only for my special peeps. So find me over on Patreon if you're interested in more personal videos and content where I'll upload, full-length courses sometimes. So check me out over there. If you haven't been able to access the subscriber option on my website, because that's been closed for quite some time, Patreon is an awesome alternative. So I will see you guys super soon. Bye-bye.